Welcome to Book to Blueprint, where powerful books become practical blueprints for real life. You do not need more information, you need execution. This is Book to Blueprint. Okay, what if you could make your words work just as hard as you do? Today, we're not just talking about a book, we're building a practical blueprint, a set of tools you can start using literally the second this explainer is over. Let's dive right in. So, all of this comes from the incredible book Magic Words by Jonah Berger, and it's just packed with these science backed insights on how tiny, tiny changes in our language can lead to absolutely huge changes in our impact. I want you to really think about that for a second. Every single day, we use something like 16,000 words, but are they the right words? Are they actually helping us get what we want? Or are they just noise? Now, get this. What if I told you that just one single word could make you 50% more persuasive? I know it sounds like some kind of trick, but it is a documented scientific fact. This all comes from that famous Harvard copy machine study. You might have heard of it. Researchers went up to people and tried to patent lying. And when they simply added the word because, even with a totally nonsensical reason, like because I need to make copies, which, duh, that's what the machine is for, their success rate shot up by over 50%. It just proves that the word because is this powerful, automatic trigger for us. So here's the big idea, the main takeaway. This isn't about being a smooth talker or having some innate way with words. This is a science. Certain words are like linguistic tools, and they're precision engineered to be way more effective at persuading, connecting, and influencing people. They're magic words. And the best part is, anyone can learn to use them. And here's how we're going to do it today. This is our blueprint. We'll start with the 6 core principles, the operating system. Then we'll get super practical with a 7-day action plan, talk about daily habits, warn you about some common traps, and wrap up with the core outcome you can expect. First things first, let's install the basic software, okay? These are the 6 principles that make these magic words, well, work. All right, so these are our 6 core principles. We're talking about activating someone's sense of identity and personal agency in order to convey confidence, ask better questions, use concrete language instead of vague stuff, employ the right emotions, and build similarity. Getting these down is the absolute key. Now, let's turn these principles into a real-world action plan. Look, knowing this stuff is great, but applying it is what really matters. So here is your 7-day challenge to turn all this knowledge into an actual skill. Okay, this is your cheat sheet for the entire week. Each day, you focus on just one principle with one simple action item. So on day 1, you'll practice using identity, like asking someone to be a helper instead of just asking them to help. Then on day 2, your mission is to go through 3 emails and just delete all the weak words like I think or maybe. By the end of this 1 week, you'll have a tested, proven toolkit of words that actually work for you. Now let's zoom in on a couple of those daily swaps. These are the little recurring behaviors that, over time, are going to make this stuff second nature. Okay, this first one is an absolute classic. Instead of asking someone to do a thing, you ask them to be a kind of person. See, helping is just a task. It's temporary. But being a helper, well, that's a positive identity. And people are way, way more motivated to live up to a positive identity. And this one, oh, this one is so good for showing the power of agency. I can't sounds like some outside force is stopping you. It makes you feel weak, but I don't. That puts you right in the driver's seat. It's your rule, your choice, your control. It's such a simple swap, but it totally reinforces your own willpower. Here's another really powerful swap. Instead of just saying, I like this thing, try saying, I recommend this. Think about it. Like is just a passive feeling, right? It's an opinion. But recommend, that's an active endorsement. It signals that you have expertise. And the research shows this small change makes people 32% more likely to actually follow your lead. Of course, anytime you're learning a new system, there are going to be a few common pitfalls. So let's make sure your own language isn't accidentally sabotaging your best efforts. So you're going to want to watch out for these 3 big ones. First, using hedges, those weak words that signal uncertainty. Second, what they call the curse of knowledge, where you're just too abstract because you assume everyone knows what you're talking about. And third, using the wrong type of emotional language for the situation. And here is a perfect example of hedging. Phrases like I think or maybe this might, all they do is inject doubt into your message. When you want to be persuasive, you've got to swap them out for deference. It projects confidence and it makes your idea sound like a fact, not just a timid suggestion. And remember, context is absolutely everything. You wouldn't describe a spreadsheet as heartwarming, right? That would just feel weird. For a practical, functional product, you want to use cognitive words, words like effective or brilliant. Save the emotional words like awesome or fantastic for things that are meant to be an experience, like a vacation or a great movie. If you mismatch them, it just feels off and it hurts your credibility. So, why does any of this matter? What's the real payoff? Well, mastering this blueprint isn't just some fun little intellectual exercise. The core outcome is incredibly tangible. You'll become more persuasive. You'll build deeper, stronger connections with people. And you're going to see more success in pretty much every area of your life. The science is totally clear, and the tools couldn't be simpler. Now it's your turn to actually put them into practice. So the only question left is this: which magic word will you master first? If you have a book in mind that should be added to our list, comment below. If this blueprint helped you, subscribe, like, and build with us. More blueprints are coming. Stay intentional, stay consistent. We are doing this one book at a time. And remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So share this with them and grow together. Real progress becomes stronger when it is shared. Build your life one blueprint at a time. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you do.